Aloha! Today on Sunday Dinners with Tina, we'll be making spam musubi. While musubi is a popular Japanese style rice ball, also known as onigiri or umusubi, spam musubi is known or is said to have first been created in Hawaii by Barbara Funamauda in the 1940s. This dish is a teriyaki glazed spam, sticky white rice, and furikake. Japanese seaweed seasoning. Wrapped in nori seaweed, this creates an irresistible handheld snack. Every bite is pure Hawaiian style comfort. So needless to say, I am so excited to share this one-of-a-kind Hawaiian recipe with you. So for this dish, we're going to need 2 cups of Japanese rice when rinsed well, a simple teriyaki sauce, more on that later, a non-stick cooking spray, a 1 ounce or 12 ounces of can of spam, sliced lengthwise into 7 pieces. Okay, 3.5 sheets of sushi nori. We're also going to need a 1/3 cup of furikake. Now for our simple teriyaki sauce, we're going to need a cup of dark brown sugar. You can also substitute light brown sugar if you want. Also, fun fact, for those of you who are diabetic, there is a brown sugar stevia out there. So you can substitute that if you are diabetic. Okay, you also need 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, or in my case, I'm using oyster sauce because I actually like oyster sauce better. It's thicker, has a better consistency, and just a better taste to it. Okay, and then 2 tablespoons of mirin, which is Japanese vinegar. Okay, and a teaspoon of sesame oil. I love my sesame oil. Okay, now also for your equipment, you're also going to need a mold, and this is a musubi mold. You can get this from Amazon if you want. This also comes in a long plastic mold where you can make 2 or 3 pieces of musubi. Now this is just 1 musubi for this mold. Okay, so we're gonna get our stuff together and we're gonna come back and we're gonna show you how to cook your rice, okay? We'll see you in a bit. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we're going to cook the rice. Now we're gonna you can place the rice, and we're doing 2 cups of rice to 4 cups of water. Okay, so we're gonna, and you need to wash this rice really well, okay? And that's how sushi rice is made. Usually we rinse our rice well. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 cups. And before we measure our water, we're gonna clean this first. Okay, we're gonna clean it really well. So you just add water to it and kind of jostle it around. You can also place the rice in a fine mesh colander and rinse it well until the water coming out is it runs clear. Okay, as you can see, it's very murky, it's very milky, so we need to rinse this out until it's almost clear, or as clear as you can. Okay. And usually we rinse our, for Asians, we rinse our rice about 2 or 3 times. And the point of it actually is to take out a lot of the starches so it's not as sticky when we cook our rice. We want our rice to be separated a bit. Now, unless you want your rice sticky, now we do have rice that's called sticky rice, and that's a different type of rice. Okay, one more rinse. And again, you're just gonna just stir it around a bit till you can get the starch to come out or come up, so you can get rid of it. Okay. So, all right, now we're going to put, because there's 2 cups of rice, so we're going to need 4 cups of water to this. Or I'll show you how we actually measure this in Asia. And this is true for most Asian countries, okay? So you just level your rice, okay? And then you put enough water so you can measure it by putting the top of your middle finger, and you need water that will come up to the first line, or the first knuckle of your middle finger, the first line. And that's perfect. Okay, so now this is ready to go. We're going to boil this. And really all you need to do with rice is very simple. You need to just boil it until it's it's boiling, and then just take your pot, the cover off a bit so it doesn't boil over, and then just wait until all the purpose of it is so all the water is actually evaporated. So, okay, so we're gonna wait until that's good for our rice. Okay, now you can also follow the ratios provided on the rice package, and then you can add the water, but that's basically how we do it. It's a 2-to-1 method. That's 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. Or easier yet, like how I showed you, it's just however much rice, and then put enough water until it reaches the first knuckle of your middle finger. Cover and cook, and that's it. Okay, and then you just turn your heat down. Once the rice is cooked, it's soft, and let the rice, turn it down to low, let the rice steam, and let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes before assembling your spam musubi. Okay? All right, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we're going to be combining or preparing our teriyaki sauce right now. We're going to combine our brown sugar, our teriyaki sauce, or soy sauce if you don't want to use the teriyaki sauce. our rice vinegar. And our fragrant sesame oil. Okay, so we're gonna just mix this up a bit. Okay, and then we're gonna put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds to a minute, just to dissolve, just to make sure that that brown sugar is dissolved. Okay. So just pulse it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Sorry, did I say 30 minutes? I meant 30 seconds. Until it is dissolved. Okay, and then we're gonna stir and then just set that aside to cool slightly, okay? You could also combine all of the ingredients in a small saucepan over medium-low heat and cook, stirring occasionally until the sugar is dissolved for about 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. So that's dissolved now, and that should be good. All right, so we're gonna set this aside, and we're going to be working on our Spam. We're frying our Spam. Okay. See you in a bit. Okay, so we're going to place a large non-stick skillet over medium heat. Okay, we're gonna lightly spritz with non-stick cooking spray, or just use some EVOO, some olive oil. Personally, I love olive oil. It's very healthy for you. So now, just remember, now each can of Spam will give you 6 slices of your Spam. So you can also use thinner slices if you want. Personally, I think the Spam to rice ratio is perfect by just cutting it thick enough that you have 6 slices for your 12-ounce Spam. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and pan fry these. So just pan fry it until you can get some crust on top. And then just flip it over and fry some more. Okay, now we're going to spoon about a tablespoon or two of the prepared teriyaki sauce over our ham slices. And you just keep flipping and spooning over the sauce. For about 2 to 3 minutes. You want that sauce to caramelize and coat the Spam completely. Okay, now you might want to do this 1 or 2 more times until the Spam is as browned and saucy as you like, and the teriyaki sauce is reduced to a thick glaze. And then we're going to remove this and set it aside until we're ready to assemble. Just keep flipping it over until you can see it's starting to caramelize now on top. Okay, so we're going to just let it cook for about a minute more, and we're going to move to our cutting board and get ready to prep our nori and mold our musubi. Okay, so this is our rice. Now this is sushi rice, so usually with sushi rice you can put some rice wine or some rice vinegar in it. But instead of rice vinegar, or you can also add some furikake into your sushi rice. You don't have to, because we're going to be putting furikake on top of our musubi. But if you want to, if you like furikake, which I do, you can put some furikake in the rice. That way every bite of the rice has a bit of seaweed in it. Personally, I love furikake, so it's just up to your taste. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Okay, so just mix it up a bit. And then we're gonna set this aside. Okay. So we're gonna cover our cutting board with wax paper, like so. Okay, so this is our musubi mold. Okay, so we're going to grab a piece of nori, which is our seaweed. And we're gonna put this on top. Now you can, this is roasted seaweed, and it is a half cut. You can also buy these in full cuts, like it should be like this. Okay, then you can just cut it yourself. But I actually like the half cut for these because it's so much more convenient. Okay, so now the sushi nori has two distinct sides. It's hard to see on camera, but one is rough and textured, while the other is shiny and smoother. Okay, and this is ever so slightly rectangular. Okay. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dip our mold in water, and the point for this is so it doesn't, just to prevent from sticking. You can also dip your fingers into the water so that the rice doesn't keep sticking to your fingers. Okay, now we're gonna add some sushi rice into our mold, like so. Now you don't have to like pack it in too much, okay? You just have to just add your rice until you have enough that it forms a square or a rectangle. So about 1 to 1.5 inches of rice is what you need, which is why this is perfect. Okay. And then we're going to place this on top. Make sure you get just about like in the middle of it. And then just press it down. And there you have it. Okay, and then on top, you can also put a little bit more furikake on top if you want. And then you take a slice of your Spam. Your prepared Spam. Remember, this was fried, okay? And then you just, unfortunately, this doesn't seem, it seemed to be too small. So you can just get another one if you want, if you need to. We may have actually put too much rice in it, but you can also just wrap it with another one. Okay. Then you just dip your finger in the water. That way it'll seal. Like so. And there is your Spam musubi. Okay. Now if you are, now you can serve this warm. Actually, it's better to serve it warm. Now if you're making a lot and saving it, wrap them individually in some plastic wrap and keep it in the fridge for up to a week. The rice and the your Spam musubi. Before you wrap it in the seaweed, just wrap it in plastic wrap first. Put it in your fridge. It should be good for about a week. When you're ready to eat it or to serve it, you just unwrap it and place it in the microwave for about 15 to 20 seconds. Okay? All right. And there's your Spam musubi. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Sunday Dinners with Tina. If you like our content, please don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons. That way we can notify you about any new and latest content on our channel. Until next time, may there always be trade winds behind you, rainbows above you, and aloha all around you. See you next time. Bye.